I feel completely broken as a person. I'm reflecting, and I've been getting the same conclusion for a while. I mean, you know, for me, I could speak in my circumstances. Nobody's gonna save me. I'm gonna have to save myself. And that's kind of life, you know. It's probably like that for everyone. Like, we all have to save ourselves to some degree. You know, some people might receive more support than others, but for the most part, nobody's gonna support you in what you want to do, or who you want to be, or feel like you need to be, or just who you are, more than you're gonna support yourself. And I'm about to be 31. And I feel completely different than I did when I was 17, 16. I just knew when I was younger, I was filled with so much, hope, ambition, a lot of entitlement, a lot of fantasies. I wasn't truly living in the reality. I wanted to create my own reality, and I wanted my reality to fit in with my fantasies, which led me into really the situation I'm in now, not just financially, but socially, just in every way possible, I guess, because I wasn't really living in reality. I was kind of just living in my own world. But I kind of don't know what I need to say for this video. I just know, I feel like I know I said a lot, and sometimes I feel like I said all I needed to say, and then things get, repetitive. I was thinking about, titling this video my last video. And of course, I'm going to eventually make content at some point in time in the future, but I'm in a decent position right now. I don't really have to make content right now. I mean, I really do, but it comes with a price. When I make videos, and I know I'm also at a I'm at a low point in my life. Mentally, I'm not in the right place. Emotionally, I'm very unstable. So it's not always the best for me personally to record videos and express myself, because a lot of the times when I'm doing that, I'm just so kind of all over the place that I'm speaking from emotion. I might speak from compulsion sometimes. And I might feel different years later, or even if I don't feel different, I might say things that don't need to be said. And I got to be cautious with my reputation. Regardless of what my reputation is, I don't need to make it worse by expressing myself in ways that I don't really need to. So I kind of just been caught up in that, where it's like it's like I get so much backlash. There's very few people that actually agree with anything I say, and if they do agree with it, they don't publicly agree with it. So I could be speaking on anything that I feel emotionally, and it's like, when I look at the comments, I got supporters that just tell me, keep making content, keep doing what you're doing, but I don't get too much validation, in the sense it's like, yo, bro, like you actually kind of right, or it's usually one-sided. And that I'm saying that because it gets the best of me when it's like I feel like I can only be wrong on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously I have been wrong in a lot of ways, but like, even just expressing myself when it comes to like my relationship perspective, if you don't know, like I kind of say like I'm probably gonna be single for the rest of my life, and I feel like I have to be, especially under the conditions that I'm in now. I've been rejected by every female I've ever been attracted to, and I'm convinced that women are not gonna be interested in me unless I have a high social status, which I don't, and it's too late for that. and then financial status, like money, you know. Women are not concerned about me being a good guy, being respectful, all of that. Like, of course they want that, but that's not what they're settling for. It's no different than men. How, you know, I know, speaking for myself, I've always settled for the prettiest girl, or, you know, versus a girl that actually have good personality characteristics. You know, of course I want a girl that is a good person, or someone I feel like I could vibe with and connect with, but the pretty girl is always going to get the most attention, more than what she deserves. Unfortunately, now I'm in such an unconditional state, you know, whether like position, whether it's socially, financially, mentally. Of course, a woman's not going to want to deal with me now, and I can understand that. My biggest issue is that what is a woman doesn't really have a purpose for me. Like, I'm not like a traditional guy looking for like a woman to cook and clean. Like, I have no problem with cleaning. Cooking, on the other hand, I'm not so much of a cook, so I would like for her to cook, only because I don't cook. But I think just based on the way that I am, the way that I feel, I always valued a female that could that I can't even say could, but that would cater to my emotional well-being, mentally. Like, you know, a woman that would essentially validate me, but I also understand that I have to be a person I have to be a certain kind of person to be validated, and it gets tricky. You know what I mean? I don't when it comes to that. But I understand, like, I see where I fall short at in a lot of ways, you know. That might even be literally. But, yeah, I'm so deep in, like, the losses that I took, whether it be self-inflicted or it be, like, you know, things that I just couldn't control. Like, even when it comes to, it's not even just females, when it comes to friends or people I could, like, I got friends, you know, I got people that I got love for, and I'm sure my friends got love for me. But one thing I'm convinced is none of my friends are going to come around if I can't do nothing for them. They're not going to come. They don't believe in anything that I was, well, maybe a few of them, when it came to like music and rapping, but like nobody was contributing. Nobody was gonna put, you know, make any investment into like studio time or studio equipment or music videos. Like, I always had to do all of that on my own. And, you know, people are gonna support you once everything's kind of in motion. But how long does it take you to get in motion, if you ever get in motion? Like, for me, it's been more than 10 years. It's like, if somebody's going to wait 10 years, 12, 13 years to see me progress and really get to a point where things are really looking good for me, and then they want to support me and invest in me, and these are people I know personally, it's a little too late for that, you know, for me, because it's like, I look at that and it's just like, I don't want to bring anyone to my table that had an opportunity to sit there 10 years prior, 11 years prior, and they kind of just waited until like the table was, you know, there was actually food on the table in a sense, like there was something there for them to gain. And that could go from friendships, it could go from, you know, relationships. So I'm saying a lot of this because I feel so broken, and I feel like I'm broken as an individual, but then I also have enough like the statistics, when I really think about everything that I try to do versus the way how things played out, if I'm doing things differently with females and I'm still getting the same result, it's kind of like, I know I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy, you know? So it's like, the only thing I haven't did was like get rich and become famous. But outside of that, you know, I've done, well, I probably, financially, I probably, like the way that I dress, I'm not really like if I had money, I would dress a lot better, but that's still a financial thing. So, you know, I've never had a car. I've always had dead-end jobs. So, you know, as I got older, it got worse, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, women are going to look for that stability. But the thing is, like I said, is because I'm so emotional, the way I am is like, even by the time I get that kind of stability, I'm not going to be comfortable with offering that stability to a person that I know that's not going to be with me when I'm kind of going crazy, crashing out emotionally, like I'm at my lowest point, or I'm kind of falling. I'm just, you know, I'm getting to a low point, you know, and that's what it was for me, like at 23, 24, 25. You know, I prioritized people versus like my actual life, my finances, which I shouldn't have did, but I was scared. I remember being scared of even being successful because I didn't know who to trust. Because once you're successful, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, who do you trust? Who are you comfortable with to share that success? Who are you comfortable with, like, to, you know, offer whatever it is you have to offer? And I remember making a video where I said that I have to, I think I said I'm better off alone. And I think that was the title. And I was speaking on, like, I can only love people with no expectation. And I say that because if I have any expectation for them, they're guaranteed to disappoint me, because nobody's ever came close to the expectation I ever had for them. You know, even if when I lowered the standard, it was just like nobody wanted to come around me, and they still don't want to come around me, especially now. I know my name is pretty bad, like, you know, based off of the controversy. But even in the process before things were as bad as they are now, where I'm literally like this bum on the internet that is just like, you know, embarrassing myself, nobody was coming around. Nobody seemed like they was coming around. I have too many people that watch me, too many of my friends that, or I don't even feel comfortable with calling people my friends, but people watch me from a distance, and it's very obvious to me that they're only gonna pop out. They're only gonna come around when it's beneficial to them. But by that time, it's like, it's not gonna be a comfortable situation, and they're not gonna like. It's just not gonna work. And it's the same thing with relationships. And this is why me feeling like I need to be alone it's not that I even want to be alone, but it's like, if you want to get the best version of me, the best version of me is gonna come with accepting me at a low point. And it don't even have to be my lowest, but I feel like I'm at my lowest. But either way, whether it's at my lowest or even at a low point, nobody was around me at a low point. I was criticized, I was judged, I was ridiculed. It was, you know, whether that be at the time of me going viral for doing what I was doing, or before that when I was kind of giving those warnings, you know, because I spent a few years kind of expressing like going crazy. Like, it wasn't, yeah, I should probably, this is like a 13-minute video right now, 14 minutes. I don't know, you know, I know I could feel different in the future if I find some stability, most likely financially. I need to find stability mentally and emotionally too. Like, I feel like I know for the most part what I need to do. I think it's just, you know, how do I do it, and how do I maintain that kind of discipline to be the person I need to be, and continuously be on the path that I need to be on. But I'm hurt, man. I'm broken, and I'm not doing good right now, regardless of what it looks like. I'm not doing good mentally. I'm really not doing good emotionally. And it's been affecting my personal, like, my personality traits. Like, I could feel myself changing in a way that it just hasn't been good. So I feel like I made this long enough. Maybe this might be my last video for a while. I mean, I know I've been saying that, but it needs to be. I think I'm kind of going with the flow of things, you know. I'm gonna go with whatever I feel like is my best option. So, again, if I feel like the need to make content consistently, I'm gonna do that. But truth be told, I haven't been going to the casino as much. I'm still a gambling addict. I'm still a compulsive gambling addict. But I might go to casino tomorrow. I might not, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was at my highest peak, like when I was like gambling every day, it was like I know when I'm going to the casino. So the fact that I'm thinking about going to the casino is a good thing, because the fact that I'm thinking about it, it's like there's a chance I really might not go. And I've had, where's my wallet at? I got like $200 in my wallet. I've had $200 in my wallet for like the last 3 days. Again, usually my money, I don't have money for longer than 3 to 4 days. So it's already been a little while. So even though last week I lost a couple thousand. I lost my YouTube paycheck. So I lost more than $2,000 like a week ago. So I'm still recovering from that. Like, man, if you watch this video, if you made it to the end of this video, I don't know why. I appreciate it. That's crazy, because it's like 17 minutes right now. But I don't have the answers for myself. You know, you're probably gonna continuously see me being, the only thing that you're gonna just see me be like consistently inconsistent, because I don't feel secure. I don't feel stable, you know, and a lot of it stems from the financial part. And this is something I know about myself. Once I financially get stable, it's going to be a lot easier for me to be mentally stable, I would say first, and then after the mentally stable will come the emotionally stable. Now, it's possible for me to do the mental and emotional first, but it'll be extremely hard for me, because then there's a lot of things I have to accept with the whole struggle. I don't want to struggle, so it's just like I have to accept, you know, and I just want to be comfortable. I just want to know, you know, am I eating 3 meals a day? Do I have a place to sleep? Where am I sleeping? You know, things like that. Like, I just need to get to that point. I think this is going to be my last video. So I'm going to make this 20 minutes long. I'm going to talk because it's going to be my last video for a while. I don't expect anyone to watch this video that long. I don't know why you would, but I'm gonna say this for the next 2 minutes. I've changed a lot, and I'm currently changing, and who I am right now, how I feel right now, could be different 3, 4, 5 years from now. But one thing I do feel like is gonna probably remain, which is not really the most positive thing, is trust. When it comes to like, I've learned to be a lot more selfish, because I have to. You know, I have to take care of myself. You know, we all, you know, everyone has to take care of themselves. You know, but one thing I know for sure is I can't depend on nobody. You know what I mean? There's only like one person in my life I could really depend on, and even that person, there's a lot I can't even depend on them, because a lot of other factors that go into that. So I do have people that care about me, but for the most part, nobody's done enough for me to do something for them. Like, nobody's really did anything for me. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, So I don't even know why I said that. I be trying to be humble sometimes, and I be appreciative, and I try to look at things. I don't try to just look at it from just one perspective. Cause what have I done for people, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Through the struggles, you know, I'm doing better, doing worse, kinda, doing worse, doing better. It's a little bit of both. But yeah.